Hey guys, it's Slots, and today I'm going to be talking about missing old friends. Now, I've had a couple friend groups over the years that, I've slowly drifted apart from and don't really talk to that much anymore. And I'm very lucky to be in a friend group now that I feel like is definitely my closest friends that I've ever had in my life. And I feel very, comfortable with them, and we always have a great time. So I really am grateful for the friends that I currently do have. But every so often, I do think about, my older friend groups and think about all the good times that we've had. But I also do understand why they ended. But I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing to, think about old relationships, old friendships, and stuff like that, and think of the good times. But it's also important to realize what you have currently and to be grateful for it. So, my first friend group that I really had that I could kind of remember that we were really like close was towards the end of elementary school to the beginning of middle school. So I met this one kid in kindergarten. I had been pretty much what I would say he was my best friend throughout all of elementary school. And we had a little group within, elementary school. But once we hit fifth grade, I had started to meet people from the other elementary schools that we'd be going to middle school with. And this became my main friend group. And this was the friend group that I was playing Xbox 360 with. So I was playing all the great games with them, MW2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, GTA, Minecraft, all those games I was playing with this friend group. So I have so many good memories with them on these games. But once we hit middle school, that's when we started like hanging out more in person because now that we were all going to the same school, we would hang out, after school on the weekends, go to each other's houses, stuff like that. I noticed that, we were kind of in different spots in our lives and going on different paths, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just not the path really I wanted to go on. A lot of these kids started, experimenting with, vaping was kind of, this was before even like the whole Juul thing take over. Like this was like in 2013, like they were like hitting these like hookah pens and stuff like that. And I just remember like all this happening, like, bro, is this really what like middle school is? I thought I was like, an adult now. And there were a couple situations where, honestly, looking back now, it's like funny to think about. But I remember in the moment, I was really upset by it. But basically, there was a girl. I'd asked her to go out with me, and really, I don't consider this to be a girlfriend because, like, we were in middle school. We didn't know what love was, and she said yes. So we were quote dating. And then I later found out. I don't even know how long it was. I feel like we only dated for like a couple of weeks. I found out she only had said yes to me to get my other friend jealous, and then she started dating him. And looking back now, as I said, it's kind of funny. It's like I don't care about it, obviously, but in that moment, I was heartbroken. I was like, what the fuck? And then there was another situation with a different friend where I had asked him to talk to this girl that I liked to, just get her thoughts on me, see if she liked me, whatever. And he came back and said, I'm dating her now. So he went up to her and asked her out. So I just had bad experiences with girls with them. And then as the year went on, they just slowly started not inviting me to things. And I don't know, I just kind of slowly stopped hanging out with them because of that. And at first, I'm not going to lie, it really did suck. And I remember seventh grade was kind of an interesting year for me because I really didn't have a friend group. I was kind of like talking to a lot of people in school, and then I'd hang out with some people sometimes. But seventh grade was definitely probably the time in my life where I like hung out with people outside of school the least. Like it was mainly just a lot of in school friendships, which I do appreciate. Like, again, I have a lot of memories from that year in my life where I was hanging out with people. So that friend group just wasn't for me. I mean, I don't hold anything against any of them anymore. I mean, we were literally 11 years old, but they just weren't, the right friends for me. But every so often, I will think back to, all the good times we did have. Because even though I just mentioned those things, like there were definitely so many times where I loved hanging out with them. I mean, especially, thinking about all the video games I would play with them, like all the Black Ops 2, private matches where we do sniping, where we would, play transit. Same thing with Minecraft. All my Minecraft Xbox 360 worlds, I'd be playing with them, and it was so fun. Same thing with GTA. Like right when GTA dropped, some of my best memories are on that game with that friend group. But I think it's just important to remember, like, yeah, even though all those good things did happen, I do hold a lot of, sentimental value, I guess, to those memories. But I think it's just important to remember that, that relationship wasn't worth it for me. And, there was both sides. I probably did stuff to them that they didn't like, and same vice versa. But I just don't think we were, like, good for each other. It sounds like I'm dating them, but, like, you guys know what I mean. I just don't think we were good friends long term. I don't think we would have stuck around, which we didn't. But on the other hand, there's also people in my life where we just kind of drifted apart naturally. There was no, big fight that ended the friendship. It just kind of slowly fizzled out. And, that also kind of, sucks too. But it just comes down to, I really do cherish, the time and the memories that I had with these people. But I think, maybe long term, we're just not meant to be friends, or, we're just not as close as we thought we were. But it wasn't until 8th grade where I found a friend group that has the same, interests in me, values, stuff like that. And most of us have stuck around 9 years later, and these are my closest friends, and I love and appreciate every single one of them. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video talking about it just because, playing all these old video games, I've been playing them throughout the years, but now that I've been playing them a lot more, I've just kind of, thought about all the memories that I have on all these, old video games I used to play. But that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.